Hello, and welcome to the Sunday meditation at the Light Institute of Galisteo and the Sanctuary of Light. For those of you who are joining us for the first time, there's a way that we do this meditation that I feel allows us to access many different energies and use that as a part of what we come to inside us and what we take out into the world, all simultaneously. We begin in the first part by asking our divine higher selves to take form. Your inner form is the intuitive essence of your soul. It's your own inner voice, your own wisdom that guides your life. And by allowing it to take a form, any form, it begins to vibrate within you and align you to these higher frequencies that make you know that you're safe, that know that you have purpose. So it's very important. After we have asked the higher self to take form and to touch our body, I'll make a little om sound so that you can push the button on your machines and you can sit in meditation for as long as you wish. And then in the second part of the meditation, we imagine that we are reaching up into the cosmos and pulling down a beautiful beam of white light down through the top of our heads into our stomach, our solar plexus. This is the center of our emotional bodies. So it's very important to bring light into this area. And then we radiate it out across the planet and back up into the cosmos. And by doing that, we are stretching out our auric field and allowing our presence to be more palpable. And this is very, very important. Again, another om. And then in the third part of the meditation, we receive suggestions each week at what we might meditate on in terms of situations that are occurring, what's going on in the planet. And so today our meditation will be about inner peace. We want to realize that all of this energy that's going on the planet, we can best participate by finding that essence of inner peace and radiating that out. So we'll find that inside us and then we'll extend it out into the planet so that we are giving a message that says, yes, we can each and all in the midst of it find that place inside that knows that there's purpose to our lives, there's purpose to every experience, no matter what it seems to be. And so that's the first part of our meditation. After that, we'll have what we call knowings, where people send in questions every week, and we answer them, we converse about them, so that we can uplift ourselves and all of you who are joining us. You're ready. Close your eyes. And we'll begin with breath, because when we exhale, it slows the brain, quiets the mind, and allows us to come into a true meditative alpha state. So breathe in through your nose, hold for a moment, and then exhale very slowly with a little sound through your mouth. And once again, breathe in. Exhale slowly, feeling your brain slowing down to meditation. Ask your higher self to take form for you. It could be a being, it could be a light, a tree, an animal, even an equation. Simply ask your higher self to take a form. Take the first form that comes into your consciousness. Ask your divine higher self to touch your body where you hold your profound spiritual essence at this moment. Just imagine that the higher self is touching a place in your body. Bring your awareness into that place and begin to breathe in that touch of your own higher self. Just breathe it in through that point of your divine essence. And then draw your higher self. Imagine that you're taking it in, whatever form it is, into your body, so that the trillions of cells of your body align to that energy. And now sit in meditation. Take a deep breath into your body and imagine that you are reaching up into the cosmos and pulling down to you, magnetizing to you, a beautiful beam of pure white light down to the top of your head, down into your stomach, your solar plexus, and from there you're lasering out that white light, stretching out your auric field, extending it out across the planet and back into the sky, so that in this aspect of meditation, you're continually in the flow of a white light coming in and extending out, moving back into the cosmos and coming back in. You can do that with your breath as you breathe in, draw the white light down. As you exhale, extend it out from you, stretching your auric field. This activates a sense of purpose. Breathe deeply into your body and ask your body where you are holding inner peace, a point of peace within you. At this moment, you might see a place or hear a place or feel a place of peace always, because we come from the unmanifest into manifestation through peace and cosmic love. So find that place in your body now. It's there. Bring your conscious awareness into that place. And just allow that peace to begin to calm you, center you, free you. Just breathe in and out and allow that energy of inner peace to begin to flow through your body, through the trillions of cells of your body. And now just imagine that you could extend that inner peace from within you out into the world, as if as you extended it out, it activated the inner peace in everyone across the planet, so that you find that place of inner peace, you experience it in you, and then you begin to radiate it out through your auric field, and imagine that as you radiate it out, like trillions and billions of lights that are awakening, that are shining, the inner peace of all of humanity coming to the fore. So that through that sense of inner peace, we can access each other. We can come together and amplify the vibration of peace within us all. Extend that out. This is a great gift that you can give to our planet. Do it now. Take a deep breath into your body, and as you open your eyes, imagine that you are transmitting the vibration of inner peace, tranquility. Open your eyes. Extend that energy out into the world. We can be peaceful not only as we sit in meditation, but whatever we're doing, wherever we are. Peace is a point of consciousness. And so now, in this part of knowings, we'll listen to the questions that you have brought to us today. Allison, will you give us the questions?
The first question is from France. I am trying so hard to find balance, but the virus situation here in Europe seems to get worse every day. There are still so many restrictions, and it seems like civil liberties we once took for granted are being slowly taken away. I just can't take much more. I do daily meditation, but it's not helping. What can we do?
We might need to change the kind of meditation that you're doing, and the sense that you have that something's being taken away from you. Because the things that really support our lives can't be taken away. Freedom comes from within, my higher self says. And so the access to inner peace, the access to the part of you, the heart in you, of compassion, can extend out from you. So it's very important that when you see negative things going on in the world, that you realize that this is part of the reason that you're here, that we are all here together, and that as we are here together and we are experiencing this squeezing in that's occurring, and that because we're here, it's going to stop. There's going to be a change, and that change can only come about because you and me are focusing on an expansion of our consciousness. And we're extending out something to that. So you want to feel as if you rise above that and look at any particular civil liberties that are constraining you and send light to that. What frequency of light does that need to be released now? Maybe we need to heal the virus. And we are. I can feel the shift. I really do feel a shift. Because we've been learning about our bodies. And we've been learning about freedom. Are we really lost if we have to stay at home? Can we bring the world to us? Can we walk in a garden outside us or bring the garden inside? It's where we place our consciousness. So what you want to do is to create. Here is this limitation, all of these limitations that are going on. Where is there an expansion within me? Where am I capable and ready to participate in something else? So that if on the outside things are closing down, focus on expanding the inside. Focusing on, for example, the qualities that you came into this world to give the world, that you are an agent of change, and that you, through your consciousness and the choices that you make, will make a difference in this world. And so I know the world feels like we can't take anymore. That's because we're focused on what's being taken away instead of what we have to give. So it's just shifting the direction of energy. And I would recommend that your meditations become something that is moving your energy. For example, if you open your arms and spin around to the right, following your right arm and spin until you get a little dizzy and then sit to meditate, you will find that capacity to relax and to expand is only when we're not trying to figure out things or we're not festering with what's going wrong, that we come to the ideas of how do we fix things, how do we change things. And above all, when we change ourselves, that ripples out to the people around us, they change themselves, and we become a different element within this world. And that's what it's asking for. This is not going to go on forever. It's simply that we came to critical mass with, again, taking for granted our liberty, taking for granted our health, taking for granted our governments, instead of who are we and the power that we brought to this world. What are the qualities that you brought into this world? Maybe it's intelligence, maybe it's humor, maybe it's creativity, maybe it's health that you have. Whatever you have, your presence in this world amplifies that and allows the chain reaction for others to find those things inside themselves. And that is a great, great sense of purpose and belonging. Free yourself. Allison, the second one.
It comes from Wyoming in the USA. Chris, how does one restore one's emotional dignity after completely losing it? I lost my temper with one of those fraudulent scam callers. In my defense, I almost broke my toe getting to the phone, but still, I can't understand how I could have dropped into that level of nastiness so wholeheartedly. I don't feel guilty. I just have emotional whiplash and somehow feel denser and heavier.
It's because you are not that density. You are not that explosive energy. But the fraudulent call was simply an opportunity to experience an association. Somebody's trying to get me. Maybe you want to look at what's really the reason that your temper fired the way it did. I love that you said in your defense you almost broke your toe. How many times do all of us do that? Because this happened and therefore I'm going to take it out on you. No, that wasn't it. It was that the having to answer to a fraudulent call was an association that you had, maybe with feeling helpless, maybe that a feeling disgusted with the world around you, etc., etc. And so just let that go. And there are several ways to do that in meditation that I love, or in the capacity to look within. One is, where am I holding the residue of that anger or that emotional explosion that's not really me? You're not your emotional body. You're really not. And so where is that in me? And what is the frequency of light it needs to be released? So that you make the choice to say, oops, I'll release that, so that I'm free to rise up onto a higher level. And the other side of that is, again, as we just did in meditation, where is the peace within me, or where is the humor within me? Because if you look at that scene, breaking your toe, rushing to the phone, hoping it was going to be something good, and that's what it was. So those are expectations and longings and needs that we all have, that you thought were going to come to you. And so you want to have a little humor about, and even what I would call our honorable opponents, thanking that person that you blew up to for showing you that you were on that brink at that moment. Maybe you just needed to take some water into you, or do something that gave you a sense of inspiration or happiness, so that your emotional body is not waiting to pounce upon something, whatever it can be, so it can express, it can emote the negative energies it's feeling. We have to feed our emotional bodies. So let's feed our emotional bodies right now. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath into your body and ask your emotional body what it needs from you right now to bring you to a sense of balance, a sense of happiness, a sense of a higher and expanded perception. It could be a symbol or an object or a color. Take the first thing that comes into your consciousness, this gift from your emotional body that will support a higher octave in you to express your true self, not just reaction to the world, but again, what you have to give to the world. See what you got. Whatever came to you. Imagine that you could take it into your body so that that could really support you in being your true self. See where it comes in. And just kind of focus on what happens. What does it do for you in there? And then allow that energy to enter into the trillions of cells of your body so that each one holds the vibration of that gift to you that will help you to uplift these emoting vibrations of who you are. And take a deep breath and open your eyes. So again, by using both sides, you create a balance there, or either one will shift your energy so that the outside world is not our excuse. The outside world doesn't define us, no matter what is happening out there. The outside world simply gives us a little nudge. How does this evolve you? How does this help you to clear up? Because what you were doing there was having an opportunity to clear up just some residue that was sticking in there because. You don't need it. You have the power to choose. It's not like saying, I will never be angry, or I will never embarrass myself by not being illuminated. No. Everyone falls off their pedestal here and there. Have some humor with it, but then correct it. Release it from your body, because the emotional body will try to repeat everything. And so it will find something it can associate and then have that same explosion, after which you say, oh, mea culpa, mea culpa. No, you don't need any of this. What you need to do is to support that part of you that can find that humorous, but move above it, above the fray. Great love to you. Allison?
The last question comes from the Cayman Islands.
Lucky you guys in the Cayman Islands.
Dear Chris, my job requires keeping up with infinite, non-stop important details and deadlines. I feel like this squeezes my brain, keeping my imagination small, and it actually physically hurts my entire body. Chris, please, is there any way to allow for expansion when I'm always in the clutches of needing to remember and take care of everything at all times?
Well, first of all, I would say to you that you're feeling that this job that you have is a burden. Instead of honoring yourself and realizing, wow, isn't this wonderful that I could carry this kind of energy? So if instead of saying, oh, I've got all these pieces and deadlines and things that I have to do, that's running after your life. What you want to do is to imagine that each of those things are part of a puzzle, and that you are the one who will solve the puzzle, and feel the challenge and the delight and the adventure of putting the things in their place, so that you are completing something, and then you go to the next and you complete it. And so instead of running after your life, you feel as if you're making something. It's very important to know that whatever you're answering right now is not just about you. If you work for a company, there are untold numbers of families or people through which you are creating a gift of life. And so it's just seeing yourself in a different way. When you resolve something, or you again put the timing with what has to be remembered or has to be put in the slot, you're facilitating something. And when you facilitate something, you may be changing the lives of people all around you that you have no idea that you're supporting. So I would begin by shifting your consciousness about that, and feel within you that this is a gift that you're giving the world, and that you can be grateful that you have the capacity to do that, that you have the willpower, the intelligence, the capacity to see the hologram, because that's what you're doing. You're taking all these pieces of the puzzle and you're putting them together, and you're making sense of life, and you're making something be able to go forward, whether that's something in a business or whatever that is. And so you want to come to it with the dignity of and the grace that you are able to do that. And so the other part of that is, if it's hurting your body, you must be a talking head. You're not bringing that sense of power into your body and honoring your body. And so that's very important. And also, bodies are made to move. So if you find that you're sitting in front of a computer all day long, you have to take breaks. You need to drink water so that you're nourishing your brain. You could spin around. Again, it's my favorite thing because it quickens our frequency. When we quicken our frequency, we expand our intelligence, we expand our capabilities, and we begin to see, I can put that together with this and change things. And so I would recommend that you very much get up, move around, drink fluids, find something to look at from a distance, go outside, bring plants in. Plants are wonderful because they influence the energies in the environment. So there are many, many things, and you live in a beautiful place. Are you honoring that? It's cold in New Mexico. We have to really expand our consciousness into the sky because we have a beautiful sky, but we don't have greens, we don't have flowers right now. So it behooves us to find that which brings us pleasure, that nourishes our body, our emotional bodies, and our minds. And you must do it as well. So you have many things within you and things around you that can help you to shift your focus so that you, again, feel that you're glad, that you're grateful for what you do. Because if you don't, time to change your job. It's time to reinvent yourself. But you can reinvent yourself within this job and come away with something that brings you a sense of pleasure and dignity and an awareness that whatever it is that you're doing is a gift from you into the world. Great love.